back to the Wandering Dabbler YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making a mead that I came up with called Grog of the Eternal Voyager. Now this one's going to have a little bit more zest and a little bit more ingredients to it than my last one, which was a basic mead. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that you're going to need for this one. So you're going to need roughly, of course, 4 pounds, I'd say roughly 3 pounds of honey actually for this one. Of course, a gallon of water, not from the tap, guys. You don't want anything chlorinated. 3/4 cup freeze-dried pineapple. You can use dried pineapple, but just if you use dried pineapple, it's a cup. Use a cup. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of black tea. You can use regular or decaf. I prefer decaf because I don't like caffeine. You're also going to need a 1/2 cup of raisins. It's going to add nice tannins, more depth to your mead. You're also going to need 1 inch or more of ginger. I went ahead and cut my ginger in half so that way it gets more surface into my mead. Give it more of a bite. You're also going to need 1 cinnamon stick, which you guys can get all this stuff at your local grocery store. You're also going to need a teaspoon of black pepper, crushed black pepper, guys, not just peppercorns, not the whole peppercorns. Make sure it's crushed. If you have a grinder, put it on its largest setting. And then you're also going to need vanilla bean, which I have already pre-cut straight down the middle, so that way it gets more surface tension into the mead. This is going to give it more flavor. Nice vanilla. And you're also going to need 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. You're going to need your carboy or demijohn, depending on whether you're from America or Europe. It doesn't matter what you call it. Still the same thing. I'm emptying it out right now, guys. I did have it pre-sanitized before this thing started going, so that way I didn't have to wait. Just make sure that when you guys do it, that you do sanitize it. It has to be inside your, I don't know what I did with mine right now. Your Star San. Put it in your Star San for at least a minute, which Star San is a food grade, brewing friendly sanitizer. All right, so take your carboy here, add in your honey. I'm just eyeballing this, guys. I'm gonna eyeball 3 pounds roughly, which if you want your honey to flow freely like this, guys, I highly recommend that you put it inside some warm water, preferably boiling. Let it sit for a couple minutes. It's gonna help it get in there. Which roughly 3 pounds of honey. Now you could weigh this out if you wanted to, or you could measure it. Roughly 3 pounds of honey will be close to 4 cups, give or take a little more. Then you want to add in your water. You don't want to fill this all the way up at the beginning because you want to shake it up to incorporate the honey into the water to give it a good mix. This is just to get it started here. When you heat it up, when you heat your honey up like that too, it does help it mix up easier into your water. And just so you guys know, my hands are completely sterilized. I dunked them in the water and soaked them nice before I did this. So that way there's no cross-contamination for those of you out there that are real finicky about that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and add in some more water here. I did put a towel down, guys, because this can be a little messy. I highly recommend doing that so you don't get your table all messed up. Especially someone like me that has a white tablecloth. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's go ahead and give it just one more shake here. Okay. You want to go ahead and add in all your spices, all your other ingredients just all at once. So we got our ginger. There we go. Our cinnamon stick. Our pepper. Which funnel does wonders. Guys, if you have a funnel, I highly recommend using a funnel to get that stuff in there. Your tea. Just gonna add some nice depth to your mead. Same with your raisins. Go ahead and get your raisins in there. They're gonna add some tannins and everything to your tea. Just give them a nice color, nice flavor. Which, like I said, guys, a funnel would really help right now. I'm dropping raisins everywhere. Luckily, my dog will eat them. He'll find them. I'm not going to pick any of the ones that fall off of here on the thing and put them back in here because I'm afraid that it could contaminate it in some way. Even though my towel is clean. Go ahead and add in your vanilla bean, which, like I said, I pre-cut in half. This is a whole vanilla bean. Cut it, slice it right down the middle. Go ahead and throw that in there. Go ahead and add in your freeze-dried pineapple. Like I said, if it's freeze-dried, use 3/4 cup. If it is dried, use a cup. Oh, let's not put that one in there. It's not brisket. Which you could pre-crush this if you wanted to, guys, but you know, I'm not that worried about it. It's gonna add the flavor to it regardless. By the way, guys, this mead is like a pirate mead, and believe it or not, it'll go great with a shot of rum. Mix your glass, mix it like 8 ounces of this with a shot of rum, be perfect. So now we need to add in our last ingredient, which is 1/2 teaspoon sea salt. Sea salt, guys, sea salt. Make sure it's sea salt. Just to give you that spray of the ocean there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give this a shake now. Just to make sure everything's all incorporated in there. And then you want to top this off with the rest of your water that you're going to put in there, which the honey and all the ingredients will take up some space, guys. So that's why I don't recommend putting your water in all at once, because you're going to need to leave space. I'm going to put in about that much. Now the last thing that we need to put in at the very end is your yeast. I like to use the EC-1118 yeast or EC-1118 yeast. It doesn't matter how you want to say it. I myself use a whole pack. You could use half if you wanted to, but whole pack is fine with me. Why save the rest, you know? Don't get stingy, guys. Go ahead, give that a nice shake, get that incorporated in there. Make sure you turn it up. Kaboom, kabam, shazam, and boom. That's it. Now, we do have our, you don't forget, guys, you need a bung. Well, if I could find it in here. More bucket sanitization here. You need your bung and your airlock, of course, which there's another piece to it. I'm trying to find it in here, guys. Sorry about that. There it is. And you need your components for your airlock. But before we do that, we want to go ahead and get an original gravity, so that way when we check it down the road, we'll be able to see how much is fermented out and what the alcohol content is going to be. So get your graduated cylinder. Get your turkey baster, which you can pick up at any local hardware store. If you're looking for a graduated cylinder, guys, you can pick them up on Amazon. They're really cheap. They don't cost you nothing. Like I said, guys, make sure all this stuff is sanitized beforehand. You don't want any contamination in here. Ruin your mead. Okay. Now you just need to take your hydrometer, which one of these hydrometers, you can get them on Amazon as well, guys. They're not very expensive. They're like 10, 15 bucks, which most of them come in a kit with the graduated cylinder. I'm putting this in there, overfilling it and blowing that off so I can see it exactly. Now let's see here. So this is sitting around 1.110. So yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do to get your original gravity. Just set it in there, let it set, it'll float. Just let it balance out for a second. Make sure you get all the bubbles off of it and it'll float to its specific gravity. And every single little line on here is 2, guys, just so you know. So it goes, right now it's sitting below the 10, right underneath the 1.100. So that means that it's sitting at 1.110%, original gravity. Like I said, that's a good starting point. Roughly, this is saying it's probably going to be close to around 15% alcohol if it ferments all the way out, but we'll see how it happens. I like to leave my stuff a little sweet, just, because I have a sweet tooth, but you can cold crash it and stuff like that, but that'll be for another video. But go ahead and take that out. Put that back in your sanitizing liquid. Go ahead and dump the rest of your mead back inside there. Do not dump the mead back in there, guys, if you haven't sanitized all your stuff. I have sanitized all my stuff, so I am not worried about it. And then go ahead, take your airlock. First, put your bung on. Take your airlock. Put some water in there, guys. There's a little fill line in here that you fill it up to. You don't want to go past that. Just go ahead and put your water in there. Use regular water, guys. Don't use sanitize. Excuse me. Do not use sanitizing liquid inside your airlock. If you use sanitizing liquid, what can happen is it ends up causing like a fogginess on the inside of this, and it's hard to clean out. I highly recommend just using regular old water. I use spring water because that's just what I happen to have. And there you go, guys. That's how you make the grog of the Eternal Voyager. Hit that like and subscribe button if you guys like what you saw, and tune us with us next time to see the next video and see how much this is fermented out, and we'll do a little taste test and see how good it was. Have a great evening.